Hi everyone, and welcome to a Q&A! Oh my god! So I'm doing this because I've hit 1,000 subs, which, thank you so much. I never thought I would get here, kind of ever, or like in the distant future, not like only a year after I started my channel. What the heck? Thank you so much, that is insane. Thank you all for the love and support. Thank you for the people that ask questions. If you didn't have the chance, I'm going to do one, I guess, when I hit 2,000. Well, I don't think that's going to happen, in the way that's like, it took me a year to get to 1,000, 2,000, gosh, maybe like a year or two. And if people request a Q&A, of course I'm going to do one. Or like if there's a special event, my birthday or some shit, I don't know. So, but yeah, so thank you for the people that ask questions. Thank you so much. Thank you for everyone who follow me, who is enjoying my reactions, where I'm just like watching myself, feeling myself like watching a show. Thank you so much. It's been great. I love you guys so much. Okay, let's get to the questions. First, we're going to start with the questions that come from Patreon. So, first question by Minister Kosh. Why did you start your channel? Did you ever edit your videos yourself? Were you recognized in real life already? How did you react? So, because I started my channel actually a while back. So when I was a kid, I loved Minecraft. So I did a lot of Minecraft. And I, like, it was just like, there was no camera, except for like one or two things, and it was just like me, like, playing, like, and I was speaking friends like, bonjour tout le monde, it's me, je suis en train de jouer à Minecraft, and blah, blah, blah. And it was like I was with my friend at the time. And I kind of lost that, because it was like a few random videos. And then one time I was watching a show, I don't know what it is, and I just kept talking to myself while I was like watching it. I was like, man, I talk to myself so much I might be like a reactor. And then I thought about it. I was like, I could just try. And then I started Heartstopper, which like started my whole channel. And then here you guys are. And now I'm here with a bunch of shows. So yeah, that's how I started. I do it in my videos myself. It takes a long time because it depends. Heartstopper videos are not that long. They're like 30 minutes. Or like the Good Place wasn't that long, just 20. But then when I started doing videos of like 50 minutes and like Buffy videos, when there's like 2-parters, that takes a while. I just finished editing episode 13 and 14. It's one video, so it's a 2-hour 15 video. Actually, it's just 2 hours because I got interrupted for 15 minutes. So and I cut like 30 minutes. So it takes a long time, and to get the audio right, because sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get the audio right for people who can hear, but then I get copyrighted. So it takes a long time. Now, much better. Before I used iMovie, which was fine when I was like I was just editing my video. It didn't work, so now I use DaVinci Resolve. Yeah. So that's that. And I did not get recognized in real life. I don't think I have that many subs. I like enough subs to get recognized in real life. So I didn't react to that. So yeah, thank you for the question. Have you ever considered or attempted doing any other type of online content other than reaction by Yampo? Yes. I love gaming. I love gaming so much. I want to do a gaming channel, gaming video. I love watching gaming YouTubers. I mean, I don't game as much as like my brother. Yeah, it's a whole thing. But I love to like play video games, and I love so much. Like, my favorite YouTuber is Gab Smulders. She's the best. And I love all the games she does. But the thing is, I have a Mac, right? So first of all, in recording capacity, it's not the best. Second, so I'm on a desk, my computer's at a desk, and this is actually my phone that's recording, because I had a web camera, this one is, but it was actually worse than my phone, so that's why I'm using it. And so when I, example, I consider the idea, especially in a new game I got. But example that I type like this, you can see that the camera shakes, and this is really loud. So yeah, that's why I'm not doing it yet. And also because my Mac, I have a few games on my Mac. Like the games I'm playing, I just finished playing Spiritfarer. I have Stardew Valley. I have Scarlet Hollow, Cozy Typer, and but the rest of the games I like Little Nightmares, Fatal Frame 4. It's on the PS4, so I can't, and I don't, because I know you can plug it. Just need like a monitor or something, but since it's a Mac, I can't really do that. And if I do, I think my computer will die. So I'm waiting to get like better gear and stuff to do that. But yeah, I would love to do gaming so much. I don't think there's anything else. No, not really. So yeah, thanks for the question. From YouTube, from Robert McKenna 39094. My only question is, what reaction videos do you have in the pipeline for the future? Looking forward to watching. Here's to another 1,000. So as you guys probably see, I had a lot of recommended videos. So for the moment, as of now, I have one episode of Heartstopper left. I have One Piece to finish, and Buffy, but that's in the long future. So after that, I don't really know. I have a few, like, a lot of people have recommended a lot of stuff to me. I have a few shows in mind to watch next. But last time, how I found Buffy basically is that someone recommended to me after like I finished The Good Place or something. And then I put just like in a wheel, a wheel on the internet, you put a bunch of things, and I had like 4 different shows, and that show came out, so I just did a poll, like, which of these would you want me to watch next? And Buffy came out. So I'm probably gonna do something similar with that. I can't really think of anything, because most of the shows that have recommended to me, I have no idea, never heard of, except like a few like Sherlock or like Bridgerton stuff. So yeah. But I'm gonna ask also my Patreon people if they have anything they want, because they're my patrons. But yeah, thanks for the question. What I want to know from the reactors that are young millennials or Gen Z, what was your TV viewing experience growing up? What did you like to watch? And when I was going in the late 90s, in the 90s there were only soap operas, mostly terrible sitcoms, and some mediocre dramas. All of them were made from syndications. There was no such thing as season-long story arcs. Buffy and Star Trek were like, I didn't like reading more. So thank you, Scott Raby. My viewing experience as a young Gen Z is probably going to be very different from the viewing experience of a young Gen Z in America, because I speak French. So a lot of shows that I watch are French. One of them, I think it's an English show, but I'm going to put it up like here, if you guys. So Les Mélodies Loups, I grew up watching that. I did watch a lot of Dora, Les Cités d'Or. Goddamn, that show was heartbreaking. I watched Danny Phantom. What else did I watch? I watched the Tinkerbell movies. I didn't watch that much TV. More, a little bit of both. Henry Danger on Nickelodeon. A lot of Nickelodeon shows, because I basically found them on YouTube. What else? Les Argonautes, which is a show from Quebec. Yeah. Stuff like that. It's a lot more French stuff. And also a lot of shows that, like example, Danny Phantom, which is a show that came out in the 2000s, but I was first of all, didn't know English, second of all, too young to watch it, but I watched that like as a teen. A lot of like old shows that I watched that might be like from my childhood, like no, that's when I was a teen. I'm certain there are others I can't think of, like traditional Quebec shows. So a lot of, or what was it? No, because like a lot of cartoon shows for children. Like I was too old for Paw Patrol. Paw Patrol, I got it. And stuff. So a lot of it, if it wasn't like dubbed in French, then it wasn't. When I was really young, I also watched One Piece. I was obsessed with that show. Goddamn. Well, I was in Sec 2, so 13. Well, I guess we're the first two that did these long. The writing of these have stood to test of time, and I'm always. Okay, so living through this change of TV makes me want to hear your expensive perception of TV. Yeah. Okay, so many things. So yeah, it's a lot. I did grow up on a lot of French shows. I hope I found all of them, and you could all see them in the post editing. I grew up on a lot of shows that were like, I'm the hero, but I don't want to be. Superhero shows. Kind of like, I guess not TV exactly, but like movies. Frozen, God, I was a fan of Frozen. I love Frozen so much. I wanted to have ice powers so much. I got obsessed with that shit. Yeah, because I fell out from TV shows a lot when I was like middle school and stuff. I read books instead. I know I'm a nerd. I read more than I watched shows, I think. Because, yeah. So, there were a lot of cartoons. First of all, my experience with shows were a lot of cartoons. And they were basically feel-good shows. Except Les Dolls. That one wasn't. Les Dolls basically is a collaboration with Japan and France that made like a sort of anime that's not actually an anime. And it was really sad. It was this kid that could like control the sun, so he would try to find like cities of gold, les d'or. But then I don't remember that much, but every fucking time he would like destroy, like the cities would just like burn, and he had friends, and it was like kind of depressive, But it was a lot of cartoons, and the rest were like a lot of feel good superhero stuff. So I guess that's kind of why. Example, last episode of Buffy, was not that I watched. For people that don't watch Buffy, basically, someone died. Let's just put it like that, so I don't really tell spoilers that much. Someone died, and that made me really sad because people were like saying, "Oh, it's a really great episode." So I don't, in my mind, I don't associate great with sadness that much. I mean, how do you say that? Looking back, it was a great episode, but at the time, I'm like, but this is so sad. How is this great and stuff? So I guess it's also because a lot of shows that I watch are just like. Example, Danny Phantom, there's one episode show that the story starts and ends at the end of the episode. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, so that's why sometimes when shows have a cliffhanger, when shows like get really sad about something that I didn't expect, I get hit more, and I enjoy more shows that have like start, end in one episode. I'm sure there's a name for that. So yeah, I hope that was clear enough. Yeah, because I have a bad memory of my childhood. I don't remember that much, and that's what I remember. I don't think I forgot anything. No. But yeah, I hope that answered your question, and I explained a bit of how I go with Buffy. Okay. Besides the fact Buffy is a show that's proven to apparently only build relevance and fan reference over the years and be gold to people doing reaction analysis vids, what drew you to this show specifically? Okay, nothing. That's gonna sound really sad, but nothing much, really. Like I said, it was like someone recommended it to me, and I heard Vampire Slay. I read fanfiction. Okay, I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm not the only one. I read fanfiction, and there was one with a mix of another fandom. I don't remember what, and that's how I kind of spoiled myself with Angel. Knowing that he had lost his soul and stuff. So I kind of knew about it already, and I was interested because I think I don't remember that much from the fanfic, honestly, but I think it was like at the end because she was an adult, Buffy. Like, I can't even tell you if Xander and Willow were there. I just remember Spike. Well, I didn't know it was Spike at the time. Now I know it's Spike, you know? And so I kind of remember that, and I was like, oh, that sounds kind of interesting, and like, I want to know more about this show. So now, example, that if I want to find that fic again, I can look back at it and have like a so much different like understanding of it with context, you know? Because I think I remember the fic making Buffy look like a real bitch. So when like I said, I just remember she was an adult because she was in school, and they didn't even mention Alexander and Buffy, because Spike was mentioned, but I forgot about it until he was reintroduced, you know, and Angel was there. Obviously, that's how I got spoiled. And she seemed like such a bitch, and I was like, oh, I kind of want to know, like, because in fanfics, people, when they don't like someone, they just ram at it, you know. So I kind of wanted to know, like, oh, what is it like really, and then when I did the wheel thing, it got chosen. I was like, oh, that's cool. And I hope that's the one that got chosen, and a lot of people wanted to see that show. So yeah, that's kind of happened. But I love vampire shit, and shows like this that have like I said, like a beginning and an end, is really cool. So that's fine. My question is stupid, but I'm curious. Did you ever go to Granby Zoo? Oh, or Parc Safari, and where I live at Bromont Montagne Experience au Lisado. I don't know why I want to know that, but you're the only actor that lives close to me, so I guess I'm just curious. And congrats again. I hope you have plenty more subscribers to come. Thank you. And yes, I don't actually know if I can say it in French. I think so. I'm just gonna say it in both French and English. Oui. Ouais. Ouais, j'étais allée là plusieurs fois en fait. Je sais pas si je suis allée plus au Zoo Granby, Parc Safari. Je sais pas. Je pense, parce que Parc Safari, il n'y a pas vraiment une glissade d'eau, mais Zoo Granby, il y en a. Fait que, ouais. Je pense que je suis allée. Oui, je suis allée. J'aime full le Zoo Granby, j'aime trop y aller, c'est super le fun. Le Bromont Montagne Experience, je sais pas si c'est ça les glissades d'eau, je sais pas. Ça, je suis pas allée, je sais pas. Mais je suis allée au Parc Safari, puis je suis allée. Non, c'était vraiment le fun. J'ai beaucoup aimé. Ça fait. It's so weird talking like non-stop in French in front of a camera and stuff. Goddamn. But yeah, I have been there. So it's basically, for people that don't live near, it's basically two zoos, and one of them has like water slides. And the last time it was so cold that it was like raining a little bit when we went, so it was just not fun, you know? It was a good weather for seeing the animals, but not for like going swimming and stuff, which we did. But yeah, so I went to the Zoo Granby a lot more, and I love that more because Parc Safari, basically you can like have a car and you like roll in, and you can feed animals like this, but it always kind of scared me having like the giraffe come into your car. I was like, no thanks. I prefer to look from afar, you know. It was nice the first couple of times, but then I kind of maybe scared myself when I saw posts on the internet about people like getting shit, not literally shit on, but like knocked out by animals. So, and it's a lot more fun when there's a water slide, you know. So yeah, I have been there. Thank you so much. Last question. How old are you, and do you work or go to school? I am 19. I am not old. I am old. I am major in Canada, but not in the US. And I do go to school. I go to university, actually. I don't really feel comfortable enough saying which university. I don't think people are going to track me on it, but I've heard a lot of horror stories. So I'm just going to say university. So yeah, it's my first year, actually, of university. This semester. Is it scary? Yes. I'm in the education program. I want to be a teacher. I know it's hard because I say that because I said that to someone. You're like, oh, it's gonna be so hard for you. I was like, I know. But yeah, it's a TSL, teaching English as a second language program. Ooh, sorry. So yeah. So that was all the questions. My god, I talked for a lot more time than I thought I would. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you all for the questions that you gave me. It was awesome. It was like the perfect time, just like 20 minutes of questions. So yeah. If you have any questions, you can still post them. I'm just like gonna keep them for like future, I'm like keep them stored for future videos. So yeah. I hope you guys like it. And I think I'll see you guys later with another reaction somehow. Ciao.